think he fits the look to me because you know what? He does look nerdy.
Yeah, but
not to sound racist, but I feel like he has a Jewish look to him.
He does.
And I don't think Peter Parker has a Jewish look.
I remember had curly hair. He had curly hair. It was a little different style from this, but I can totally see him.
In the old comics, he had like swept hair. It was more clean cut.
Let's look it up. Let's see. What the fuck?
Look at the '60s comics. He did not have curly hair.
Oh, here we go with the slow ass internet again.
Try Firefox.
Spelled something. It'll
type too fast. It'll fix it right now.
This was the original first cover.
That's the first. Amazing Fantasy.
No.
Do you have pages in there? They should have pages.
I want to see the whole comic online. It has to be available.
Just search it up and put images. If you go to images, most likely it'll have a whole bunch of different pictures.
It'll probably show Spider-Man though. It won't show Peter Parker. Why can't I even move this now? And what aggravates me is look.
What?
There you go. There's Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, pretty much. Freaking homo. This dude talking about, I'm joking. He said that? In the statement itself, he was like, I'm joking, sort of, or not really. I'm like, and people try to use that to justify that he's just playing. I'm like, he said sort of.
Why would it even be? You wouldn't even joke.
You wouldn't joke like that.
All right, is that Peter?
What street man jokes like that? That looks like Peter. Yeah.
That looks like him. He does got the. I don't know. For some reason,
it's not curly.
You're right.
Yeah, it's that
but
old
I think
school.
That actor, you could definitely. I think you could work with this kid. I swear, I think you can. His name's John.
Looks a little old.
The name is like down here. That's how I found out how his name was.
How old is he?
Josh
like
Brenner. That's him. Josh Brenner.
He looks like he's like late 20s to early 30s.
That's a good question.
We need a young Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Yeah, so he can make a few.
Spider-Man's the only person I want to stay young in movie iterations because he was created as a young character.
Exactly.
You can have him get older, but yeah, he was kind of old.
So here, you can sort of see it. You can see it. And the thing is, he's an adult and he has this young look. That means
looks like Tobey Maguire.
Exactly, but that's why they did a good job with Tobey.
I think Tobey has a nerdy look, so he definitely worked for him.
Yeah.
And Tobey actually looks like a cooler nerd.
Look, the problem is, Tobey was young at the time, so he's older and he looks aged. He's one of these old guys. Not old, but he's one of these adults
even was older
that has the young look. So this will last a lot longer than
or not really. Just because he has a young look now doesn't mean he's gonna stay long.
He's an adult with that young look, like Michael J. Fox. He still looks like he's a teenager.
That dude, I don't know.
He's got that kind of, that
look,
that Webster thing going on.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think he'd be good at it. I think he'd be a good Peter Parker. I'm telling you. What a faggoty haircut that is.
Swear to God. I don't know.
You don't see it? He looks like the kid, the high school kid carrying his books with both hands that gets pushed and his books fall all over the place.
And I'm sure he had a lot of those.
Then the big bully, look out, Parky. He's the perfect kid. He's the perfect look to this guy.
Perfect man.
Yeah, but he looks like he can pull off a teenager.
But that's like Andrew Garfield. He's like
he's just a faggot, man. I don't want him in the role.
Look,
I can't. He doesn't look. He's cool looking. He's not the kind of kid in high school that would be picked on.
But he looks nerdy at the same time. He looks like
he doesn't look nerdy at all. He looks like he's one of those Jersey Shore douchebags. You don't want to like that fucking asshole kid. And then especially after his new idea, he doesn't deserve that role, man. He just doesn't deserve it.
No.
It aggravates me.
I don't understand why they couldn't find an American actor to play it, first of all. The dude's British.
That doesn't matter.
It's like he's struggling to put the American accent.
See, I don't think
it sounds perfect all the time.
And that is a problem.
Yeah, I hate when they hire Australian actors and British actors all the time.
They can pull off the American accent.
They can, but why don't you give Americans a shot? There's a whole bunch of American actors out here too.
For some reason, that doesn't bother me so much because they can pull off an American accent
That's like outsourcing American
a lot
jobs.
better than we can pull off a British accent. You know, they just you can't even tell.
Yeah, but we're not dying to play British. Okay, America has the cooler actors or characters. I mean, that's why they keep bringing them. Because British actors and them, they are good actors.
Yeah,
like they really get into their
dramatic.
Very. That's why I like Ian McKellen and Stewart, Mr. Xavier.
Yeah, Mr. X, Dr. X, Professor.
You know, I always, when I used to watch Star Trek Next Generation, like he would be Xavier.
Picard.
I always said that. Not because he's bald, he just had that respectful.
I think him and Hugh,
best casting ever.
Him and Hugh Grant as Wolverine, two of the best casting.
You didn't say Hugh Grant.
Did I say Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant.
Him and Hugh Jackman are like the two of the best casting ever for superheroes.
Did you see the new Wolverine yet?
No.
I didn't see it either. A lot of people saying it's good. Because I didn't have any hope in it because of Origins. That movie was so bad to me. I don't know if you saw it. I didn't
see. Only X-Men movie I saw was
1 and 2?
First Strike or whatever the hell it was.
No. First Strike? What's First Strike?
What do you mean? First Class.
First Class. Are you kidding me? You watched the original, the first and second?
I'm not intimately involved with see, I love Marvel, but Spider-Man is really the only one I really feel. You know?
I'm a opportune lover of Marvel stuff.
That's one thing about me. I just always.
How about Blade? Did you watch Blade? You like Blade?
Wesley Snipes,
man.
I didn't see them.
1 and 2 was awesome. 3 was garbage.
Were they Marvel? Was Blade Marvel?
Blade is Marvel. But they were made under a separate distributor, separate studio. That's before Marvel had their own movie studio.
Yeah. Like the Tobey Maguire movies, they were made before that was established.
They're made through Sony. Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man, not Marvel Studios. They sold those rights before they owned their own studio.
You know who really owns Spider-Man?
So that's why Spider-Man won't be in Avengers.
He won't be in Avengers?
Because he's not part of the Marvel movie universe.
Well, he wasn't an Avenger, but he was.
He was an Avenger in comic books.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, that's the thing. That's one of the things I loved about Spider-Man. He wasn't part of any group. He wasn't.
But
he wasn't an Avenger. He showed up every now and then.
Yeah, but he's on call
because it's the same universe. But he was not a member of the Avengers.
Yes, he was.
No way.
Him and Wolverine, and Storm and Beast.
All right,
almost everyone takes a chance or get a chance to become an Avenger.
I know, right?
Yes.
Your power could be just
there. You go.
A wing eating contest winner, and you're
there. You go. You Fantastic Four have been with the Avengers before.
Avengers, wow, they just
it's like a giant open roster. Anyone can come in or leave, whatever. Yep. In the comics right now, Cyclops' younger brother is like the lead of a branch of them. Havoc.
I'm telling you, if they would have cast this kid, that just shows that they're along the right line of thinking.
Okay. False start petition.
To me. And I remember thinking this in the movies when I saw this commercial.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to find it and show you. You don't think so? You don't agree? Toby, and Garfield. Who was the best?
Best as
just face right there.
Nerdiness.
As it is right there. Forget aging. Forget anything else.
Right.
I go with him. And Tobey Maguire's second. And Garfield is a distant third. He should.
As much as
Garfield should be in a Twilight movie, not in. Not in Twilight.
He does look like he'll fit.
Exactly. He's got that douchebag haircut.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that haircut they gave him.
That's not Bob or something. And why change the uniform? And I just despise that reboot. I just despise it.
Oh yeah, that uniform was atrocious. That alone.
They're trying to make him cool. Get the fuck out of here. Just keep the same damn uniform.
He had yellow eyes, and it was too much blue. It was more blue than red. Like it was it was a mess, that suit. But now they went back to the original costume for the second one. But he has white eyes.
Because people complain. But listen.
But his eyes are white. It's not like a lens. I prefer the lens to the white because it looks like a cosplayer. It doesn't look good enough for a movie to me. It looks like it's just a white cutout.
Yeah, anybody can make that, right?
Exactly. I love the lens. That's a practical way to make his eyes. A lens. Yes. But they got like white. Someone posted on the comments after I said it's just white. It looks like crap. They're like, oh, it's a lens. You just can't tell. I'm like, well, isn't that the whole point for me to be able to tell without killing myself trying to figure out if it is or not?
Yeah, so stupid.
Yeah. No, you know what? When you put it like that, between the three of them, I think he does have the most nerdy look. Like, he would be more Peter Parker. I think so.
And look at the shape of his head even. That mask would
it's more oval, like...
It looks like the face that we remember from the comic book.
Right, because Tobey Maguire had more of a square head, and this guy just looks like he has a...
I really didn't question Tobey Maguire casted as Spider-Man in the first.
Me either.
I really didn't. I had no problem with it.
And you look geeky as hell. But I just think he was too short.
But Spider-Man, Peter Parker in the comics didn't really look geeky.
You're right. That's why I was saying That's
But for the sake of the character and telling his story correctly, you have to pick a geeky type.
You would, yes, you would,
because that wouldn't work. And
right.
You can get away with stuff in the comics, but you can't get away with it in the movie.
Yeah, he always looked semi cool. He was like, why would someone bully this kid? He should be in the upper crowd. You know,
exactly. He should be the one picking on one of the
but his intelligence made him an outcast.
Right.
So he never truly looked nerdy in the comics except for the glasses.
Yeah.
In the beginning, and even that he loses after he gets his power. So go figure, right? Yeah, he looks nerdy.
Yeah, he looks nerdy. That's not a question. He looks nerdy.
Nerdy, yeah.
But does he look Peter Parker?
Peter Parker can look a whole lot of ways. That's like Superman. But Superman has a set look.
This is the rendition that I feel would have made the best movie. This rendition.
But is he a good actor?
I don't know. But just the fact that he's an actor,
right?
He can do the part.
He's more.
Let's just first. This is all hypothetical, so let's just assume he's a good actor.
If he was a good actor, sure, why not? Bring it on. But I'm sure he's not the best actor on earth. If he stars as a comedian, like Jamie Foxx, sometimes when I watch him act, I'm like, oh, there goes Wanda.
He's acting.
Yeah, it's like he's not the best actor in my book. I don't think he was a good choice for Electro.
Who's playing Electro?
Jamie Foxx. God damn, are you the whole?
I can't stand the reboots.
Brother, man, listen.
That's why I never watched any of these movies, because they've always sucked until very recently.
Gotcha. There's a YouTube channel called AMC Theaters or AMC Movie Talk.
What did Electro look like in the comic books?
Well, he was a white dude, first of all.
That's it right there. That's all I need. They're fucking it up already.
I'm telling you.
It's not a racist thing.
It's not, because I feel the same way.
You feel the same way, right?
I'm a perfectionist. I'm a very
They fucked it up right there. Like Tiny, what's his name, playing Kingpin. That's another thing.
It wasn't Tiny, it was Duncan.
That was, didn't they call him? No, I'm thinking of Zeus. I'm thinking of Zeus.
One big black dude, don't make another big black dude.
Michael Clark Duncan, that's it. Yeah.
Duncan.
Oh, he was great.
He was awesome.
Poor guy.
I wish he didn't die.
I know, he had a lot of great movies left in him. He was on the Opie and Anthony show recently. I was listening to it on Sirius Radio.
Okay.
And he explained his whole career. He was a bouncer, and he used to live with a woman, and she was paying his whole way and stuff.
Awesome, that's what.
And he was a lazy. He said he didn't. He went to get welfare. And he was looking around, and everybody was really destitute. And he was like, he saw people injured and in wheelchairs and stuff, and he's like, I'm perfectly capable of getting a job. I'm getting off my lazy ass.
Exactly.
He just walked out, and that's when he started auditioning for stuff.
Wow, that sounds like a.
There's more to it than that. That's just what I remember.
Miracle.
It was basic,
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
What was the first movie he was in?
Green Mile? Armageddon, I think, was the first one.
Are you serious?
I think it was recent like that. No, Kingpin was before that, wasn't it?
No, Kingpin was early 2000s. Armageddon was like 99 or 2000. Or something like that. Like late 90s, I think.
But yeah, and this is the thing that movie makers just don't understand. They're trying to make their own freaking story. Oh, it's a reboot. This is such a cop-out that makes me want to punch somebody in the head.
Yes.
Oh, it's an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Then make your own fucking character, asshole.
Right.
Don't tell a story that's already been told and then just change everything.
Just
make up your own people then.
Right.
He's gay in our version. If you want to live your homosexual fantasies, do that shit in your own time.
In your own movie, with your own character.
Right, there's even gay superheroes out there. Isn't Aquaman's brother or something? Didn't you tell me something?
Nah, superheroes. The first Green Lantern is gay.
Perfect, there you go.
And that's not Hal Jordan. That's like that first one with the cape. Yeah.
Did he have a ring?
He had a ring, but he made his own ring. It was like a weird. They put him in like an alternate universe after they rebooted Green Lantern and made Hal Jordan the first one.
Oh,
so he's like an Earth 1.
Are those Filas?
No, these are.
I saw an old pair of Filas. Like
what is this?
They had that. They were suede.
Or something.
The bootleg Filas. Bootleg Payless Filas.
No, make it out. I don't mind buying Payless first of all.
Me neither.
Polo. Nah, I'm not impressing anyone Polo. I bought this from a dude right up the street.
I'm not a sneaker person, but I would definitely wear those.
It's nice. A lot of people give me props.
I'm a boot guy.
Yeah.
They look brand new still.
I keep it clean. That's what I use.
Yeah, but that's what pisses me off. Like, remember we were talking about video games doing the same thing? They're making a video game movie.
Yeah.
And all they did was take the title and make something completely different.
Prince of Persia. Perfect example, because I love the story.
But I don't think was that originally a video game?
Yes, it was. It had 3 parts to it. Prince of Persia 1,
I
2,
never saw the
3.
movies though.
The movie was with Jake Gyllenhaal, Mr. Brokeback Mountain.
There's a mistake right there.
Right. You pick a white dude to play someone that's supposed to be Persian.
That's what they're doing with Assassin's Creed.
There's a whole bunch of Persians.
This guy is Wonder Bread White, the guy they're
right?
choosing to be Assassin's Creed.
But then again, aren't they Ezio and them? They're like either Italian or
they were
something.
Italian, but they were dark Sicilian Italian. You can tell by the characters. They had dark skin. Yeah, because they were Middle Eastern by descent.
A little bit lighter.
They were Middle Eastern by descent, of course. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's a big deal for. Because the Italians got a lot of colors.
Yeah, but we're not talking about Ezio.
Okay.
They're doing Altair. He was in Middle Eastern. There's no refutation.
Yeah, his surrounding, his place was like Iraq or Iran.
It was Jerusalem.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
there was definitely Middle
I
Eastern.
got it right there. That's where it took place. Jerusalem.
All right. Okay.
Beautiful game, man. So
I
one of the best
storylines. Though it's hard for me to hate him.
I like him too.
He's a good actor.
He's good.
You could have got someone that's actually Middle Eastern. I know.
Exactly.
Because they don't get. How many movies could they get? Do you know the movie Akira?
No.
Japanese animation?
No.
You never saw Akira?
I heard it. I think it's on Netflix.
I watched that movie for the first time when I was 11. My brother-in-law showed it to me and my brother. That movie is awesome. Visually, it still stands the test of time. Great effects, story, just an awesome movie. It's not a cult classic. It is a giant hallmark in the animated movies. It was set in Neo-Tokyo, they call it in the movies.
Neo-Tokyo?
Neo-Tokyo. It's like an alternate future Tokyo.
Future Tokyo.
Gotcha. They want to put it in Manhattan and whitewash it. They're going to make the movie. They've been talking about making the movie for years.
Call it something else.
There you go.
That's all you have to do.
There you go.
That just pisses me off. They're pissing on the fans' heads. I'm
not going to watch this movie. I have skipped movies because of bastardizations like that. You're going to call it Akira. That's an Asian name. All their names are Asian, so you're going to change all the names and change their characters. So it's not Akira anymore. Just like Avatar, The Last Airbender.
They fucked that up.
They whitewashed that whole thing. That animated show is one of the best ever made.
Oh, I know.
I love that show.
I don't know the details. I've seen like the first season,
I watched a lot of them.
I loved it. The one thing they got right in that movie.
What's that?
That kid was very well cast. He looked the part.
You mean the look?
Yeah, he looked.
But he couldn't act for crap.
He couldn't act for shit.
Damn!
But they did pick a good, that look.
But then again, he was a white kid.
And M. Night Shyamalan, he admitted he knows nothing about Avatar. His son likes it, and that's his only
son or daughter. Yeah, one of them liked it. But that's a stupid reason to do a movie. Yeah, the kids like it. You should have a vested interest in it, or don't do it at all.
Thank you. Like
your passion shows through what you do.
Like the guy that made the Star Trek movie, Jay Abrams. He said he admitted he's
not a Star Trek fan. He's more a Star Wars fan. Did you ever hear that part?
No, I didn't.
He was more of a Star Wars fan, so that's why his Star Trek feels more like a Star Wars movie because there's a lot of action. It's less character development. Because let's be honest, Star Wars isn't that deep of a story. It's a simple good versus evil, but it just has a lot of cool stuff in it. So he wanted to make his Star Trek like Star Wars. So with him doing Star Wars now, it's going to be awesome, I think. I think he was the best fit for it. Because he has a love for Star Wars already.
Great.
Yeah.
I just hope he sees the big picture. He's not telling some linear canonized storyline. He needs to adhere to lore and see that what happened in the movies is just a small part of the universe, the big Star Wars universe.
Right.
These coincidences are too much for me to like. Like C-3PO just happened to become Darth Vader as a child.
That was a George Lucas being stupid.
That's just such. That's an amazing coincidence for one town. Yes. We're talking about a galaxy.
Galaxy, right? Exactly.
Stupid. Just dumb. And R2-D2 happened to be so involved from the very beginning.
First of all, in that universe, in that universe, it feels very forced to make these two robots so important and integral to the story.
R2-D2 can be argued as the main character
because he's been in everything. He's been in everything from the beginning.
He's always integral in every movie too.
He's always saving people, trash compactor, and in the new movies, you put the gravity back on the ship.
To
straighten it out. He is integral. Yeah, but it feels very forced to make these things so important.
Since we're on the subject. You know how the prequels are supposed to take place so long before the original trilogy?
Right.
Why was R2-D2 so much more advanced with the jetpacks and all this other stuff?
Right. But the new ones wasn't that. Because
maybe he didn't use that stuff, but there was a few instances where that would have came in.
That's the continuity error George Lucas dumbass did. Because
he just lost it.
Right. Once you have your animation and you can do anything now, of course you're going to spiffy things up.
You're going to add stuff.
But you have to make things as simple as they were in the original movie.
It just has to make
sense.
Continuity sense.
Yes. It definitely does. Definitely does.
And that was a mistake. Big time mistake.
He was way more limber in the prequels than he was in the original trilogy.
Yeah, the original trilogy, all you can do is roll and barely at that. I still, to this day, don't understand how he rolled along sand.
Tell me about it. It's just sink an inch in. I mean, come on.
Tiny ass wheels. Even the Mars rover gets caught on rocks.
Right. Oh, man, that's hilarious. Yeah, that was just ridiculous.
But you could forgive those things if the movie was good, you know.
Okay.
But they just weren't.
Yeah.
They just would. They were so obviously just trying to cater to small children.
Right.
When the original trilogy, it catered to small children, but that's just the nature of it.
Right.
Because it was a great
story. It was a great story.
Great story that appealed to everyone.
Yep.
Yes, and the fantasy that's alluring to kids.
Yes.
You could have had that same level of sophistication.
Yep.
In the prequel trilogy, and it would have been just as well received as the original trilogy.
That's true.
But now it's a joke.
That's true.
Because they were trying to.
And with Disney buying them,
they weren't trying in the original trilogy. They didn't have a goal. They just wanted to tell this story.
That's what people forget to do these days.
Tell the story.
Tell the story. That's the focus of it. All these other things help you tell the story.
Yeah.
People have forgotten about telling the story, but they want to make it spectacular. They want to put the effects in it and this and that. Forget that. That's not what movies are about. It's about the story. Okay? But, they forget. Once you see that you can make a lot of movie with pretty things, why would you care about telling the story?
Since we're on that subject, I'll take it back to the video game topic we were on.
Okay.
Like a game like Resident Evil. I mentioned this to you before. When I played that game, when I was playing that game as a kid, all I thought the whole time, this game would make such a phenomenal movie.
Yep. And it still will when they get it right.
And then the movie came out.
Yeah.
I watched the movie, and then when the credits went up, I thought to myself, "Wow, this would have made a great movie."
Yes, now
if they didn't fuck it up just now.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
Okay.
They don't want to recreate the same story because they don't want it to be predictable. All these stupid little rules that the Screenwriters Guild tells them.
Why not? I don't.
Exactly. Their job is not to make their own story.
Yes.
It's to create a cinematic representation of
what has been established already.
Of whatever they're emulating, whatever they're creating.
Yes.
Whatever the topic
That's the source from which you draw your ideas from.
If it's just imagine this for a second. Resident Evil.
Yep.
The opening scenes. Mm-hmm. These police from Raccoon City running into this mansion with these rabid dogs chasing them.
Yep.
Just like the video game intro sequence.
Right.
The fans would have went ape shit because it's just they're seeing it in real life. These things that they played, they interacted with.
Yep.
And if they just would have followed the storyline with Jill and Hank and those guys from the original, it would have been so great.
Well, great. And I feel like something like Resident Evil is such a simple story for you to do.
Yeah.
It's a zombie movie. But it's all about where it was, the characters. Because who's this new chick
in
all the movies?
Yeah, there's no...
What's her name?
I don't know.
Alice.
Brunkovich.
Alice, yeah.
But listen...
Was she in the games?
No.
She wasn't. They created her...
It was regular police.
Yeah.
That got caught up in that whole story.
Right. They had any superpowers.
Nope.
They weren't
the Alpha team, the Beta team or something, they went to investigate something, they were never heard from again, and this other team went to investigate them. And then they split up in the mansion, and we generally follow Jill.
Yeah.
Who's the main protagonist in the first Resident Evil.
Why not have Jill instead of Alice, at least?
Exactly, but not even that. But it's even Jill.
Because they did throw her in the game.
She wasn't in the movie. She wasn't a fucking ninja throwing stars and running along the walls. They were regular police.
Right.
It would have been a much more enjoyable movie because they made her seem like she's so invincible. Who's this super cop?
Right.
And what does she have to do with Resident Evil?
Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing.
Tell the fucking story from the game. Another one is Doom. Doom would have made it.
I just saw it yesterday.
Fantastic movie.
I just saw it yesterday. See, I don't really know the Doom story.
You don't have
I didn't have an issue with it. I mean, yeah, I don't think The Rock is the best actor on earth because
he shouldn't be in anything serious.
He's crap.
He shouldn't be in. Yeah. He should only be in summer hits. You know, that just live and die for one summer.
Right. No, he should.
You know, he should just play that cop.
Comedy. Yeah.
He should play that cop that chases the bad guy and explodes cars and stuff. That's it.
You mean Arnold, pretty much. Arnold 2.0.
Arnold was in some quality stuff, though.
Yeah, but that was people around him, and the movies were unique.
Yeah, nowadays they're just watching.
He's not a good actor. Let's not kid ourselves. But he pulled off what he could with what he had. The Rock, I feel like he has the potential to be a better actor. He's just as buff as him, but yet he sucks.
Yeah, he just. You get a feeling he's just so full of himself. Every scene.
Probably because he's always playing this character from the wrestler.
But that's alright. I don't mind that. He was in Doom and it ruined Doom. But it wasn't just him that ruined it. It was bad storytelling that ruined that.
How about the other dude, Carl Urban?
I love him.
I like him. He was good in that.
He would have actually made a great main Doom guy.
Well, he was.
Yeah, he was basically, but they didn't tell it from the right story. Yeah. You know who the Doom face was modeled after? Arnold. That was supposed to be Arnold.
Really?
I read an interview with one of the guys from ID Software, the original. You don't remember Wolfenstein, the first version of Doom, sort of? It was.
I know of Wolfenstein. I never played it.
He's shooting Nazis instead of demons. Okay. Much. But it was an interview with him in one of these gaming magazines, and he said, that face was molded after Arnold, because ideally they wanted that kind of character to be the part. But that's besides the point.
So I guess The Rock was the second best.
No, The Rock didn't play the main protagonist. He played the antagonist.
Right,
he played the sergeant.
Yeah.
Which in the game he was in the game, but he looked more like the bad guy from Avatar, that white haired guy.
Oh, right, the sergeant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like him.
Yeah.
In the game, he got these cybernetics and stuff later on in the game.
Wow.
But wow, that would have made such a great movie because they didn't even touch on what the game was about in the movie.
Okay.
It was about the teleport. They have they have bases on the Martian moons, Phobos and Deimos.
Okay.
And they got distress signal from one of them. They sent some people to figure it out. Everybody got slaughtered, and one guy survived. He's trying to make his way, and as he's progressing, he finds these ancient art. Well, he doesn't find it, but they were excavated by modern humans. They found old ancient. Markings and stuff and tunnels proving that there was a civilization on the moon at one point, and find a gateway to hell, another dimension that we call hell, where all the demons reside.
Okay.
And they accidentally opened it, and the demons were pouring through. That's what created the Doom universe.
Okay. Wow.
Would have been.
That seems very simple.
Yeah, it's straightforward. They could have told a great 2-hour
story. In the movie, they're talking about genetics and someone have a demon gene and other people and make some superheroes or something. What?
And that was just that was also in the game, sort of, but not on that level. They didn't focus much on it. It was just technology at the time had ways of, you've given shots to, for workers to lift stones that they couldn't otherwise lift.
So enhancing your strength.
Yeah, enhancing drugs and stuff like that.
Wow.
And this company, I forgot what the name of it was. I haven't played it in a long time, but they invent all these guns and weapons and all this technology. And they're like
big old thing that the Rock had?
Yeah, the BFG.
Wow.
Remember the BFG? Remember what it stands for?
No.
B stands for big, G stands for gun. Figure out the rest. I think that's actually what it says in the manual too.
Nice. Big effing gun. Like that.
BFG 9000. Oh, you gotta play that game, man. You turn the lights off and put on headphones.
Crap now, no. Did they ever upgrade that game?
Yeah, Doom 3.
Graphics? When did that come out?
2 years, I guess. It's still, to this day, one of the best
FPSs. I know that was a big game. A lot of people used to...
Well, it's not really a sequel to Doom 1 and 2. It's more like it's redone. The whole story's told in this game.
Okay.
With updated modern-day graphics. And trust me, it's not outdated at all because there's this virtual reality company, Oculus.
Okay.
They're making a full 3D virtual headset, right? That's supposed to be complete 360-degree field of vision, which is I can't wait to see.
Wow.
But this is the engine that they're using.
Okay.
And that's future technology, and this is so it's so up to date that they're able to use that technology to incorporate it to the 3D thing. So Doom 3 is definitely still great. One of my favorites.
Good stuff.
Trying to see what else I have. Assassin's Creed, I'm telling you, that would make a great movie. And I already know they fucked it up.
Yeah.
I already know they fucked it up.
Yeah, they're not going to follow the story.
It's not even just that. It's just that once I heard what actor they picked, I knew that whoever's in charge of this, wrong state of mind.
Yeah.
Completely wrong state of mind. We had no kids.
Yeah, but another thing I don't understand is why does it have to be an established actor? I prefer seeing someone that's not unknown.
I've been saying
because then you believe them as that character. You don't know it from anything else.
You don't have a preconceived notion.
Exactly.
You know?
I want to see that character for the character, not for the freaking person playing.
The only person that can get away with that is Tom Hanks. He has such a neutral look to him. That's why, you know. He's not one of these guys that you take your girlfriend to the movie and you're wondering, oh, she thinks she's hot, she thinks she's. And, you know, because he's definitely not beefcake. He's dad. He's a regular guy.
I always feel like he'd make a perfect dad. I wish he was my dad.
Oh, you don't wish you were his son. His son is a rapper.
Is he a rapper now? I thought he was an actor.
No, not Colin Hanks.
Okay, another one?
Another kid. He calls himself Purple Haze or some stupid shit like
Lord,
that.
how you go that far away from Tom Hanks? Tom Hanks is like a wholesome white dude.
He's garbage. I mean, he only even records because his daddy can afford the equipment.
I bet. But that's the same thing with
most of these
Run,
rappers.
right?
Who?
Dr. Run?
Dr. Run.
Is that what I call him? Reverend Run, whatever.
Run?
Yeah, Run DMC.
You don't like Run?
His son.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know his son. I don't keep up with you. Got that from that reality show, right?
Yeah.
I don't watch that crap, right?
Yeah, his oldest son is garbage. Diggy, he's the younger one. He's garbage too. He sounds like a homo. He has a very soft voice. I'm like, yeah, you guys suck.
Yeah, that's your dad.
His skills don't go with y'all bloodline. It's deadly.
Yeah, it's not hereditary, I don't think.
Not at all. They suck.